Coming up in the news, business owners weighing in on the local economy. Also, Green Turtle Key, the first location for the rollout of the COVID-19 vaccine. And some residents of the general downtown area reporting a gaseous odor. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Shoshina Wolfarkas, and as always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping the news tonight, business owners at one of the island's newest shopping centers hoping that the gradual reopening of the economy will translate in more traffic and sales at their location. As Megan Shepard tells us, they are optimistic that the new Raven Mall will become a center of attraction once the economy improves.
Grand Bahamas' latest multi-million-dollar investment, the Raven Mall, providing some economic hope for merchants in that shopping center. While some are seeing an uptick in the local economy, others say it is happening rather slowly. But nonetheless, they are remaining optimistic about the future of their businesses.
It's picking up. It's picking up. I guess in the beginning, I was the only one in the food court. And I guess it was a preparation mode for me. From then to now, I've come a long way. To God be the glory.
It's been a bit slow. You expect to see more people coming out because we know they lost appliances and stuff in their homes from the hurricane. You expect them to come in and purchase, but it's been slow.
We've been here for about 4 weeks now. Business has been slow but steady. We're optimistic. With the existing economy the way it is right now, we've seen, I would want to say, a steady flow. So again, we're just remaining optimistic that things will eventually turn around on the island.
We're experiencing our challenges, but like everything else, of course, we do things that will seemingly be proactive. And of course, try to keep a positive attitude or a mental positive attitude.
While the Raven Mall just recently opened its doors after a major renovation, these store owners say some Grand Bahamians are still getting acclimated to the new environment.
It has been a mixture of both. We've had really great interest within the space actually, so we're always excited about that. Persons coming in, again, maneuvering around, expressing that this is where they will come in the future, if not now, to make an actual purchase.
You see people walking through, but not too much of spending. You know, like I say, you expect a little bit more, and we have a lease program, so you expect them to come in and lease their products. Some of them are not working and they still need their products, but we're hoping that they come in.
I see the growth. It's catching on. At first, it was very, very slow. I guess with these little clips here and there and ZNS and all different radio stations, the word is spreading, and Grand Bahamians, they're coming out just to see what it is.
Dean adds the importance of marketing and listening to what the customers want.
Well, I believe, of course, no one hardly comes with the intention of spending money. I think it's up to us as merchants, of course, to make ourselves attractive in order to attract them. I believe, of course, we have to make it so attractive, like a kid in the candy store.
And when it comes to the overall economy of the island, the business owners say they are not exactly seeing an uptick, but they remain positive.
A little, because we're back, we're trying, and so we hope that persons will come out and spend, but I guess they too need jobs in order to do that. So if the job's not here, then it's still hard. So we just hope and praying that something works out, that they have jobs and they can come and spend.
As I'm in this actual location, I do see it picking up. As I said, if it were so dire, I don't want to say that, but we wouldn't see the traffic flow that we've been seeing in the mall. So that's always, that's one of the reasons why I do remain a little on the optimistic side.
However, Dean says he looks at it as an opportunity from God for Grand Bahamians to expand their horizons.
God oftentimes locks doors to open one's mind. And what that came from or stemmed from, it stemmed from places closing down, like the Princess, like Luke Hire. And I believe God is requiring new ideas of us. We cannot just dwell on the past or live in the past. We have to come up with innovative ideas. We have to be excellent. We have to be stellar. when it comes to, of course, moving forward. We can't cry about this. We have to do something about it.
Megan Shepard, ZNS Network News.
Well, we have an update tonight on the Grand Bahama Red Cross branch rebuilding efforts. The Red Cross headquarters on Jobson Avenue was badly damaged following Hurricane Dorian in 2019 and was demolished earlier this year to make way for the construction of a new edifice. Officials say they will break ground soon and they're looking forward to serving the community in their new facility. Archimila Mizik has this report.
For many, this site may look like unfamiliar ground, but to the Bahamas Red Cross Grants Bahamas Center, it is the area that they call home. And according to officials, they will soon break ground to reconstruct a brand new facility. Administrator Stephanie Barr says this new development has been long awaited.
January 13th, 2021, we were able to demolish the building here, and so we are left with the vacant land to start the rebuild. And so it's an historic event for us, the Bahamas Red Cross. As you know, we were here on Jobson Avenue from 1975 when we were given the building. So we are just so elated that we are starting so we can move back home.
Chairman of the Grants Bahamas Center, Rinaldi Forbes, says after a vetting process, they were finally able to secure a contractor to carry out the construction. He notes that the new structure will see some changes.
Instead of being a double story, it's going to be a single story. And then this time we're going to have, the plan is eventually is to have 3 separate buildings, but there's one that due to financial, we're not going to be done at this time. The 2 buildings we're going to be having in place is the main building, and we're also going to have a warehouse. And with that, it's going to put us in a better position where we're going to have solely warehouse where we could actually be able to store more items, especially if there's any disaster and so forth. So that's an addition to it. And the other one is the all-purpose building, which definitely we're going to look forward to, hopefully with financial assistance. Once that comes on stream, that will make us far better in terms of trying to serve the public, and we're excited, looking forward towards that.
However, the chairman says they are still in need of assistance toward their all-purpose building.
The all-purpose building, believe it or not, it will also all-purpose in terms of it'll also be a hurricane shelter. And you know, we here in Grand Bahama, in the northern Bahamas, being in Hurricane Alley, we can look at our history when it comes to hurricane. So, but that being a place where we could actually house people, we definitely will look forward to that, because we at Grand Bahama is truly limited in terms of hurricane shelters right now. And any other place that definitely is to the point where it's newly built and to the constraint of being able to handle a hurricane and so forth, we think that's a positive. So definitely any assistance to help us go towards that, it would be greatly, greatly appreciated, because again, this is something then that once before we were once a hurricane shelter, but due to time and not meeting standards, then our former place was taken off the list. So we definitely would like to have this this additional place to be put in place.
And he says volunteers are always welcomed.
We truly are challenged by our volunteers right now, and looking for anything you can do, we will ask your assistance. And we talk about monetary contribution, but we found that, for believe it or not, as much as that is helpful, we found that actually volunteer in-place person actually goes far more stretch, in terms of assistance. So definitely we want persons in that vein if they could assist.
Now a groundbreaking ceremony is scheduled for Tuesday, April 20th, 2021. Shamila Mizik, ZNS Network News.
Switching gears now, some residents of the general downtown area reporting a gaseous odor over the past several nights. The area includes Settlers Way, Heritage, and the surrounding areas. Callers to our newsroom say it is not the first time they have experienced the gaseous odor, but notes that it happens on calm nights, making it difficult for them to sleep. Now, we contacted the Grand Bahama Port Authority's Building and Development Services Department, but they say they have not received any recent complaints regarding gaseous odors being experienced during the first quarter of this year. However, according to a press statement, the department continues to work with the relevant stakeholders where there is occasional odors that are characteristic, to add in the necessary infrastructure and protocols to remedy any possible odor nuances expeditiously. Now, in the meantime, they're asking residents to contact 352-2000 to report any complaints that they may have, including the nature, location, and time of day of the experience of the odor. Well, operators of a business in Abaco Hall before the court today to face charges related to breach of COVID-19 protocols. The infraction took place in early March when police went to Chubby Club in the Central Pines area and observed a large crowd on the inside who were not social distancing and not wearing masks. Police say a total of 95 persons were in a space that should only occupy about 24 persons in total for social distancing compliance. As a result, both co-owners of the establishment were warned and ticketed in the amount of $30,500. While today, one of the owners, Cheryl Roker, appeared before Magistrate Ansela Evans in Marsh Harbor. She pled guilty and was convicted. She was fined $30,500 or 12 months behind bars. The second defendant, Trina Adderley, did not appear in court due to illness. Prosecutors withdrew the charge against her according to Section 23026 of the Criminal Procedure Code. Meantime, Green Turtle Key, the first location for the rollout of the COVID-19 vaccine today. Health officials taking 1,500 doses to the Abacos. Scores of residents stood in line outside the community church waiting to receive the vaccine. Tomorrow, the health team will be at the Marsh Harbor Clinic tomorrow from 8 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. On Saturday, vaccinations will be carried out at the Guanakee All-Age School between 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. At the Manawar Key, the clinic hours are 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Hopetown Clinic between 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. On Sunday, vaccinations will take place at the Sandy Point Clinic between 8 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. On Monday, April 19th, at the Moores Island Clinic from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. and at the Marsh Harbor Clinic from 4 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Online and site appointments are also available. To make an appointment online, you can visit vax.gov.bs. A Bahamian government issued ID is indeed required. And the vaccination process continuing on Grand Bahama this week at the Susan J. Wallace Center between the hours of 8 a.m. to 12 noon and 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Vaccine administration will be conducted on Saturday at the 8 Mile Rock Clinic between the hours of 8 a.m. to 12 noon and 1 to 5 p.m. Only residents of the 8 Mile Rock and West End communities will be eligible for inoculation at that location. Persons seeking to receive the vaccine must register to obtain an appointment by using the official registration site, and that's vax.gov.bs. Vaccinations will only be given to persons registered for an appointment. Persons without internet access or needing assistance with registration may contact their local church or local government office. Stay with us. We'll be back right after this.